What's up guys, Blade Master here bringing you the second game that I fought against Indie Pride. This is round 1 of Pontic Total Wars tournament, or Pontic's Total War tournament. And in this matchup I decided to take the Jutes because I had the first faction and map pick, and I decided to take the Jutes in the map of Swamp. And Indie Pride decided to counter with the Eastern Roman Empire. So two pretty powerhouse factions. I really like the Jutes. I think the Jutes are a very strong faction because all of their units have the scare ability. They have these Huskarls. I don't really know exactly how they're pronounced. I think it's just Huskarls. But these are some of the strongest anti-infantry units. They're just so deadly. And they also have the 130 talent Nordic warband, I would say. I think that's their name. They are basically the Levy Freeman of Total War Attila. Thanks to Ronan for informing me of these units. They have precursor javelins, and you know, they're just super cheap, so they can be like meat shield units that way. So with over here, what Indie Pride was doing was just he was just maneuvering into one of these swamps. So the swamps usually are on the flanks. They're kept for the flank battles, but he's decided to move his entire army there, which is smart because he knows that the Jutes have a very terrifying charge, and he wants to impede my charge with the shallow water, which would reduce my charge bonus by 50%, which is insane. So with the Jutes, I have brought a couple of Huskarls, and I've brought a couple of Nordic skirmishers. These are pretty expensive units, but I think they're very nice. We'll see how well they do. I think they're very good against in a cavalry engagement. I've also brought a total of 6 herdmen and a couple of warhounds, and a total of 6 Nordic horse lords and 1 Nordic warlord, the cheapest general. On the other hand, Indie Pride has brought a couple of Lanciniari Signores. He's brought a total of 4 Sagittari, 2 Tagmata cavalry, 1 on either flank, and a total of 4 Scolae Palatinae, and Magister Militum General, no surprise there, 6 Eastern Armored Legio, or Legio. So his units are super tanky. He's kept multiple lines of them for a reason. I've already popped a shield screen or shield wall, and you can see that's why these units are moving slowly, or at least I think they are. 65 melee defense, yeah, they have shield wall is on for these units. So the reason I'm doing that is because honestly there's no reason for them not to use it. It gives them a bonus versus infantry. It increases their shield, their missile blocking chance. You can see these units are not very well armored, but look at how few of them are actually dying to concentrated fire. But here, let's go ahead and see it in action. The shield wall ability, usually a proper charge from Scolae Palatinae, from 2 Scolae Palatinae would destroy herdmen, but look at how few units are actually dying, only 75, and that's just about it. It's coming in with Tagmata cavalry to destroy my Nordic skirmishers here, and I need to come in with my Nordic horse lords to try and engage them very soon. Here I'm going to counter-charge his Tagmata cavalry with my Nordic horse lords. The Nordic horse lords will lose that battle. Herdman over here engaging some of his Scolae Palatinae, just engaging my Nordic horse lords. I'm going to move around with my Nordic skirmishers and one of my herdmen and a Huskarl to try and outflank him. He's busy just engaging all of my troops at once, or putting all of his troops against mine. Not really a smart move, because that just means that you're engaging too many troops at once. They're not going to do much of damage. Here my Nordic horse lords took advantage of the small gap here and engaged his Sagittari. He's come in with a Scolae Palatinae to help him out. And I'm also going to charge into these Eastern Armored Legio. Again, these are not braced units, so let's take a look at how poorly they do. These are very heavy melee infantry units, so their heavy mass is actually going to help them quite a bit. And they actually didn't take too many casualties, combined with the 50% penalty to my charge speed. Here his Eastern Armored Legio are attacking my herdmen and my Huskarls. I'm also using these Nordic skirmishers to help out. His Magister Militum is coming in to charge into my Nordic skirmishers, but they've already taken like 3 casualties. Here my Nordic skirmishers are back from routing, and they're going to fire into the backs of these Tagmata cavalry, and with the 15 bonus versus cavalry that these javelins have, they will destroy cavalry very quickly, on top of the really high rate of fire that Nordic skirmishers have in any javelin unit in general. That's why I think bringing javelin units is a pretty smart move, although they might be a tad overpriced for their use. His Magister Militum again going to take a lot of casualties here from my Nordic skirmishers while they're pulling away. They're all the way down to 38 units, and I'm going to bring a herdman to try and follow up. Killing off a lot of his Sagittari here. My Nordic warlord is doing okay. My herdmen are doing great while in shield wall. Here my My Nordic Horse Lords are wavering, so I've popped Unbreakable, which gives them Unbreakable morale for 30 seconds. My Huskals are just slaughtering his Eastern Armored Legio in the process. One of his Tagmata Cavalry have routed, which is a huge boost for me. His Skolai Palatinai are meanwhile just engaged with my Nordic Horse Lords, and my Nordic Horse Lords will eventually win that battle, or at least hold them out for long enough for my extra Nordic Horse Lords to come in and try and charge into them. Here, his Magister Militum is going to charge into the rear of my Herdmen, which is... actually, no, they managed to brace at the last second, but still not good enough. So I'm going to come in with my Nordic Horses to try and charge into them. My Huskals made short work of those Eastern Armored Legio, even though they got charged by the Magister Militum. These Huskals, at 68 men, getting 132 kills, killing off these Eastern Armored Legio. His Skolai Palatinai have killed off my Nordic Horse Lords there, so I need to come in with this one to try and charge into these units. Actually, I've caught his Magister Militum General with my Nordic Horse Lords, so these Skolai Palatinai are going to rear charge my Nordic Horse Lords in the process. I'm coming in with one of my Nordic skirmishers here to try and help out this little cavalry blob. These are perfect engagements for them. They've already halfway down to a single experience chevron. These Nordic skirmishers didn't really do as well. So yeah, now we can see 31, 33. Each kill is, yeah, I think they killed the general. Each kill is just racking up the experience upgrade for them so much more, because these are all high value kills. The cavalry just don't really stand much of a chance when they're faced with javelins like this. 41 kills, almost all on cavalry. And I think they've really helped me out in this battle a lot. There we go, 52 kills, 53 kills, single experience chevron. I think that's just about it. His Eastern Armored Legio are just about routing, and yeah, his Skolai Palatinai I've routed as well. Pyrrhic victory to me. Well played to Indie Pride. I think actually Eastern Roman Empire is good. I thought he took Western Roman Empire for a second. Western Roman Empire really isn't a great faction, but the Eastern Roman Empire is definitely a very strong faction. My Herdmen didn't do great. Actually, they did okay. The fact is that some of these, like you can see over here, a couple of them managed to stay alive, which is great. And I think I attribute most of that their usefulness in this battle to the fact that I managed to put shield wall and just moved them with shield wall on the entire time. Huskals did very well, 196 and 87 kills each. One of my Nordic skirmishers did brilliantly. I think they killed off his general as well. My Nordic Horse Lords didn't really do too much. I mean, in terms of kills, they didn't get a lot of kills. But they managed to hold out his Skolai Palatinai, and at the end of the day, his Tagmata Cavalry were rendered kind of ineffective. So that itself is good enough. For him, like I said, Tagmata Cav didn't really do too much. Skolai Palatinai did pretty decently, all things considered. Sakatari, just not very useful units. I don't think you should bring them. Maybe just a couple of them max to help out, like just put Flaming Shot, but you can't expect them to get many kills. His Lancignari Signores actually did pretty well, I think. And his Eastern Armored Legio also did decently, all things considered. I think the main thing was that he lost his Tagmata Cavalry too quickly to my skirmishers, and his Eastern Armored Legio, they just, I don't know, he bunched up his units too quickly, which allowed my Huskals to get some flank charges on them. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Peace.